What's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is my wall of greatness back here. I just wanted WayWay to sit in front of the wall of greatness. You have to be great to sit in front of the wall of greatness. The Zantastic wall. Today on Blunt Thoughts, we're going to talk about, and I know I have talked about, the NCAA actually paying student athletes, but we are former student athletes, current, former student athletes. So we're going to give you guys our input. Let's start with you.
I mean, from everything I heard about and seen about it, of course, they've had FBI probes and all of them, like, trying to, spy on players and everything before. Like, okay, like, so you guys been getting paid or whatever. I'm like, yeah, of course. But then you ever sat there and thought, like, a lot of college players, especially ones who go to big schools like Arizona, and all of them, I'm going to throw out there, like, the number one pick this year. I'm calling it. I'm saying DeAndre Ayton is going to be the number one pick this year. And it's said that he might be getting $100,000 from Arizona. I'm just saying. But you ever thought about how a lot of them big name players that's about to go to the NBA never really worry about money?
Right.
Like you really see them like driving in a whip and everything all the time, and they're just casually living. Everybody else is struggling.
Right.
So I'm like, where did they get this money from? I'm like, I know their parent was crying when they got a scholarship to go across the country.
Right.
Well, go across, the country. And like, okay, like, where they get this money from? But it's like, it's only right though. I kind of say it's right because, sports in college is a job, and the coaches will tell you this is your job.
Yeah.
Especially whenever you sign that paper, you sign your name over to them. You sign your life over to them until the season is over. But I mean.
And it's like, see, me, went down two paths. I went down the path of, oh, you're not a student athlete, you got to walk on. So paying money out of pocket, especially going out of state, that's a extra $8,000, $7,000 I done took out my pocket just because I decided, oh, I want to go down 3 more states to meet new people and network and stuff like that. So that's an extra $8,000. Not to mention we got the tuition, which is probably, depending on which division level you on, 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
If you at D1, that's probably like, what, $40,000 a year?
Yeah, just because of the school name alone and how big it is.
Exactly. So then when you try to, get on the team, it's like, it's hard work and you spend a lot of your time tired in class and practice, and you have no time for nothing else. So why not I get compensated for that? Like, I'm sacrificing my body for y'all entertainment.
That's very true. But see, other people don't never look at it that way because everybody else that's not an athlete, they always go support, like, oh, yeah, go on. But behind closed doors, they're sitting there like, if them guys get paid, I'm going to be so mad. That's where all my money is going. Like,
right.
You already know that's why a lot of people who don't even like college sports or like sports in general, they're like, most of the money I'm paying to go to this school is going towards the athletes and their living and well-being. They're like, I'm mad at that already, so they focus on other stuff and don't even try to support. But I'm like, that's true, and it sucks at the same time because you got to look at it. You working hard to make a living. You're probably going to be a biologist or a doctor, whatever you're going to be. Like, you're working hard at doing that, and you're working hard to try to be a professional, whether it's overseas, in the league. Who knows? They might become a coach. They might become your son's coach in the future. Who knows?
Right.
It's still about the experience, and they still have to be compensated for their hard work and time.
Yeah, just like one day I think I just looked at my bill, and then I played a library service fee. So it's like, I don't even go to the library. I have my own laptop in my room, so I'm giving the library money, and I ain't even in there half the time.
Yeah.
I probably go a few times a semester, depending on if I gotta print something. That's probably the main time of me going in there. But it's like, you don't see, oh, I gotta pay the athletic team on your bill. It's not on there.
Yeah.
That's because schools like that, for instance, like Kentucky or Connecticut, they getting money from boosters. They got, what, ESPN probably giving them some money to broadcast.
They got sponsors for everything.
Yeah.
Gatorade, Nike, Under Armour, everything.
They got stitched in, Russell, Nike, Adidas.
Whatever they want to do to sit there and put in the bookstore for you to buy later on, they got that endorsement. So, of course, it's not going to blatantly say, okay, well, this money's going towards the student athletes and their cost of living. Like, I forgot what school it was. I think it was Kansas. It was one of them schools just like that. Big name school. They just had an entire, literally, like, gym and dorm built in together like one. They don't have to leave at all. Like, all they have to do is leave and go to class and come back. Like, they just stay in that entire facility.
Oh, no, I would be tortured. I'd be like, yo, let me out of here.
But see, the way it was built, like, it has a game room, like, literally for Xbox, PlayStation, all, giant screen TVs, movie room, all of that, like, private cafeteria. They built it just so then they can just focus on ball whenever they over there. So it's like.
And if it was Kansas, I think I believe it because I was in Kansas and I was bored out of my mind.
Yeah, ain't nothing else to do.
Nothing to do but play basketball. So if you want to be a star, go to Kansas.
If you want to be a star, go to any place that just has nothing else to do.
But dirt and a basketball court, because that's.
Like Kansas, West Virginia, any place where there's nothing else to do, like, but focus on your craft and your sport. Look, that's the best place to go be a star.
That school may be for you.
And I kid you not, that's basically every school in the Midwest, Mid-East region. Like, if you're on the outer skirts like us, Jersey, New York, or whatever, not going to focus. California, not going to focus. Florida, not going to focus. Go to Alabama, someplace that has a bunch of dirt.
For those who can, focus on.
Yeah.
Like, you belong in the big city and you can focus. Shout out to you. Some of us.
But it's always easier said than done for anything. Trust me. Like, even still, playing ball for her wasn't easy. Playing ball for me still ain't the easiest thing. You compete against a bunch of people, so.
All at the same goal.
It's still a bunch of hard work at the end of the day. A lot of crying, but a lot of hard work.
So let's move on to this Lonzo Ball situation. We're hearing a lot of bad things, Lonzo. A lot of. First, Bow Wow beat you in the 3-point contest. Now what? You shooting 30% from the 3. You are the number 1 draft pick. You are still the number 1 because a new draft ain't come yet. So
right. He was the number 2 pick.
Oh, number 2.
Number 1 was Markelle Fultz, who hasn't even touched the floor because of some apparent shoulder injury, which has his shot going from this to it. Like nobody knows what happened to this man's shot. Like I know we're on the topic of Lonzo, but Lonzo and Markelle are both making me mad because Markelle Fultz gets a shoulder injury, then all of a sudden he can't remember his muscle memory to remember how to shoot. I'm like. Okay.
All right.
I'm like, I've nobody's ever heard of this.
So what, he need to go back under the basket and do that one drill with the one hand?
They've been trying all season to work with this man, and it just doesn't work. And even Stephen A. Smith, they're just like something is wrong. Either he just doesn't want to play basketball anymore, or I don't know. But that I'm like, really, that's crazy. But Lonzo, step it up, please. You are the number 2 pick.
When do you think he'll step it up?
I feel like he's going to step it up. Like, actually, the other night, he actually had a really good game. They actually managed to pull out the game and beat the Spurs because of Lonzo. But I feel like since the end of the season this year, he's playing better because his father did put a lot of pressure on him. And, of course, Lonzo's going to be the cool guy. Like, oh, my father's been talking like this the whole time. Like, I'm not worried about none of it. Like, look, he says it, I'll back it up. He doesn't want to say that was a lot of pressure to him because his father guaranteed he's going to get drafted.
Right.
He's going to the Lakers.
Right.
The instant he goes to the Lakers in his first year, they're going to the playoffs. That's it right there. That put all the pressure on his shoulders right there. Now, you being the number 2 pick in L.A., Kobe's kingdom, Magic's kingdom, Kareem's kingdom, Shaq's kingdom. You see the statues outside. You see the people you got to come and compete against all day. Kyle Kuzma was a steal for y'all. Josh Hart was a steal for y'all. And they all play better than you.
And now representing.
Now it's after All-Star break, which means 10 games after All-Star break, you already pretty much know. Actually, by now, you already know who's going to the playoffs, honestly.
Right.
Now, people are just competing to get their seeding up. That's about it. So, you know you're not going to the playoffs. So, now you can play freely. You can shoot whatever kind of shots you want. You feel more comfortable. It's like real garbage time every game. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to shoot 40 shots this time. Now, I'm going to just be balling. Instead of just like, you know what? He was playing very conservative, which is like, people know that Lonzo likes to pass the ball up. Pass the ball. He's an assist kind of guy. The word transcendent passing, I can see it, Jason Kidd, but at the same time, Jason Kidd had an aggression to him. And even Stephen Curry said it, like, if they don't have enough turnovers in the game, that means they're not being aggressive enough. Which is true. You don't want turnovers, but at the same time, you don't want to not be aggressive on a stage that requires you to be aggressive, for you to leave a footprint in the back of the, like, your last name is on the back of your jersey. Mm-hmm. Aggression must come with your last name. Somebody must know, like, you're serious.
Right.
Like, I don't care if I'm averaging 20 assists. I have to try to get 10 to 15 points with it. He's out here just getting 8 assists, 6 points. Double-double with rebounds and assists. Barely any points. I'm like, I don't get it, Lonzo. I don't get it.
Do you see, like, a D-League type of downgrade for him? Or nah?
Nah, because it's like, he's one of, Magic Johnson doesn't want to say he picked the wrong guy. So I don't think he'll let that happen. And if he did go to the D-League, people probably just say he's out sick and never announced that he's in the D-League. But it's going to get out that he played a game in the D-League, so it wouldn't even matter. Don't feel bad. Tony Parker did too. But that's after coming back from injury.
Right.
But I don't think they would allow him to go to the D-League. It would be more so like they just willing to just game by game. Hopefully your confidence will shoot through the roof one day and you'll just do what it do. But I'm like, Lonzo needs to take a page out of Ben Simmons' book, even though you can't really compare him to Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons has had a whole year to prepare since he had to sit out a whole year from injury. But still, it's like, people went from Ben Simmons being like, okay, possibly the next LeBron, which a lot of people say, okay, this the next LeBron, this the next Kobe, whatever. People said the same thing about Blake Griffin. He's the next LeBron. Blake Griffin is great, but he's not nowhere near it. But I'm not going to lie to you. Philly is doing their thing. Joel Embiid doing his thing. Ben Simmons is doing his thing. Lonzo, you and Ben Simmons are in the same boat. Y'all both can't shoot. So do what Ben Simmons does. You 6'7", he's 6'10". I'm sorry, that's only 3 inches off. Y'all are both taller than 6'3", 6'4". So get your assists, get your rebounds, and be aggressive. Attack the hole. You can dribble. We've seen it in UCLA. We've seen your high school mixtapes. We've seen you be part of the reason why Chino Hills was on top. Come on, your little brother, your little Mello. He expresses his packet. He's in his bag consistently. Yes. And he acts like he doesn't even know what's going on. LiAngelo tries, but LiAngelo, I feel like he's the best jump shooter out of all of them.
Okay, yeah, you can add that one. That's true.
Like, I feel like...
I actually watched the game. It was like, surprisingly, it was on Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they got a Lithuanian game on?
Yeah, I ain't going, because they've been getting more. They had a tournament over there where they had other teams come over and play against them. Even though they didn't do well, they lost all 3 of their games. But, I mean, it's still the experience. They're over there doing their thing. One's putting up 30, the other one's putting up 28. One's putting up 35, the other one's putting up 25. They're doing their thing. But at the end of the day, that's Lithuania. I'm pretty sure if we went to Lithuania and we had as much playing time as them, we were going to put up something.
Oh, is it cold? I hope it ain't cold.
And Lithuania, I don't even know. All I know is LaMelo was complaining about the food and stuff. Not a place on my destination. Sound like
something they eat, like some rare animal like rhino. And it didn't sound dark over there, like somebody of an Alaskan type. Ain't no sun for 6 months type area. So.
Look in the backyard, got a yard full of goats.
That's what it sounds like. Okay. Towards the NFL, normally I don't do football, but I did watch the one video of, I want to say Shaquem.
Oh yeah, Shaquem Griffin.
It's Shaquem.
And look, we both are basketball fans. I don't really care for NFL and stuff like that too much
Sorry,
either. But
NFL people.
Yeah, sorry to you guys. I'm just saying. But at the same time, look, it's your sport. You love it. You do what you do. But sometimes we have to take the time out to sit there and give praise to what we witness and what we see. And honestly, this guy, Shaquem Griffin, this man opened my eyes to make me really realize there's such thing as superhumans.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen
Mutants.
You see pro athletes and you be like, okay, the intense training that they go through, but this man is not even a pro yet.
Yeah.
Like,
and if he's not, something's wrong with y'all.
Something is very wrong.
Like,
if no NFL teams pick this man up, because this man is playing with one hand. He has a right hand, no left hand. We're gonna get to the fact that in the video, he literally if you haven't watched the combine, this was a great combine to actually see. This was a rare combine that a lot of coaches are fuming at the mouth. I had to take time out to sit there and watch everybody in there because I'm like, yo, this combine has a lot of talent. And one of my old teammates that I used to play with at university, he also played with me at WayWay football team, Akron Wadley. He was at the combine this year. So glad Iowa standout running back. Hopefully he makes it. Heard that he was on the Cowboys radar. I don't care what team you go to. I'm a Giants fan, but hey, my man, look, you make it, you make it. My teammate, do what you do. But this man, Shaquem Griffin, man, 20 reps with one hand, with a prosthetic hand, one other one. That's basically not even support, and he's lifting that with one hand.
Basically, like, because he hasn't lost like his whole forearm, so it's like his wrist.
It's just down to the wrist.
Yeah. So, what I kind of be complaining when I got the bench press and I'm like, oh, my wrist hurt. Or when I got like front squat and you got to flip it up.
Yeah.
I be like, oh, my wrist killing me.
People complain every day just about regular like bench pressing. I'm like, this man bench press 225, 20 reps. And he finished with the fastest 40-yard dash time by a linebacker since they've been recording it. And he finished with the fastest 40-yard dash time in the entire combine for the day.
And let's not forget to mention that he's 6 foot and he's 227. So he's damn near bench pressing himself.
Hey, man. Like he said, happy birthday, mama. It was his mother's birthday.
Yes. And he came from UCF.
Mm-hmm. Just go to YouTube, type in Shaquem Griffin. Get this man support. Go on Twitter, tweet him, whatever. It don't matter. Get this man some support. Hey, this is
strong legs.
This is a man.
Stop working on y'all gel bodies up here and work on your legs.
Man, start running. Start running. Tired of seeing you big body. Oh yeah, like oh nah, like anybody come up in here, it's over.
Like,
Once we
over.
It's over. Yeah. Once you hit the stairs, it's over. Anybody seen Black China sex tape?
I'm sad to say my eyes cannot unsee what I saw. And then the crazy part was, I'm like, alright, what social media are you raving about? So I see Black China. Normally I'm not a Black China, let me see what Black China up to type person. But I clicked on the link, and when I saw her lick that man's knees and thighs, I viewed sex differently.
In a bad way, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm like,
I'm like, am I supposed to do that? Is that what we do now? I thought they kissed our thighs. Am I wrong?
I mean, we're not going to give a full sex tutorial on camera, but I'm just saying, like, look, I was asleep, and my phone was blowing up. Like, yo, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And I'm like, okay. Like I said, I naturally, when I wake up, people be like, yo, did you see this? Or, yo, did you hear about this? Okay, look. Pull out my phone. Okay, I woke up. All right, what's on Twitter today? What's trending? Black China. Man. Why I sit there and get the link, go straight to Pornhub. Hint one, I don't watch porn, so I didn't know what I was looking for. Somebody took time out their day to post the whole link. Went to Pornhub, popped straight up. Black China sex tape. Cool, okay. Random guy nobody knows anything about. Okay, cool. Celebrities have sex with random people, I'm pretty sure. That's fit to me, that's fair in the world. I'd rather celebrities actually start to make their pickings of people who aren't as famous than to just
That's true. That's
keep
true.
staying with the population of famous people who are going to start to develop a bad rap after a while. Like, oh, she hops from this person to this person to this person.
That's a good point, because I always had this dream that I'm gonna go to the club one night and run into somebody like that sings rap that's famous.
You got a chance.
By the way, not y'all down the street rappers. So yeah, I feel like I got a chance now when I think about that. But
yeah, I mean, look, don't ever be afraid. Don't ever give up hope of anything. Like my friend Brittany, like she was in DC and literally Trey Songz had came into the city, tweeted something literally like, "Who wants to go to dinner?" She like saw it, replied, and she didn't think anything else of it. 5 minutes later, in her DM, sent her the location and all. 5 other girls had dinner with Trey Songz.
what?
Exactly.
Oh my God!
Paid
I
for
got
it and
hope
everything.
now.
He just like, I was like, really? I'm like, wow. You know what? That's a big hope.
You know who I hope I run into? Black Youngster now. I don't even twerk, but
He'll make you twerk.
he'll play that song Booty. I twerk to it, and if he start making it rain, I gotta collect some. I might open up my shirt, like, let me let some of that money go in there first.
Well, I mean, you know, if you go to strip clubs in New York, you finna run into Fab and all them who gonna make it rain.
No, but see, every time I go to a strip club, I feel like I'm Dr. Phil. Because they either try to recruit me or they just be having like long talks with me.
See, nah, but look, that's why you gotta go with somebody who's gonna be like, look, we here to have a good time. She gonna twerk, you gonna twerk. She might not know how to twerk, but y'all can learn how to twerk together.
That would be.
It don't matter.
I'm going to a strip club. I gotta think of when I'm gonna go.
See, look, I'll hit you up next time. I'm gonna go whatever, because I don't like sitting and go spend all my money on strippers that ain't mine. I'm just saying, but whenever you go, you gotta go with good company and have fun.
Yeah.
And strip clubs are fun to go to with whenever you have like females a part. It can't like all males all the time. Okay, you're gonna just be sitting there, and you're just gonna be sitting there booling, and like I'm not gonna lie to you, strippers still have the regular girl mentality. They're sitting there trying to get their money, so they're going to make their rounds to everybody. Right. But some people are still, of course, more attractive than others. So she might go to him. He's not that attractive. She's just going to do what he does until he's done spending. And then they're going to hit the people that they really want to spend most of the time. Even if you're not, like, literally doing anything. Like, I've had conversations with strippers, and they didn't even have to dance. I didn't have to spend any money. Then they just started dancing because we vibe most of the night. We're just talking and everything, and they're just dancing and dancing. I'm realizing, yo, I ain't thrown no money in the past hour. And then they just keep like, yo, I'll be back. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, whatever. I'm like, okay, here's $2. They're like, I'll be back. Don't worry about it. Then just come back. Then they got more other ones come. Oh, this is my friend Chocolate or whatever. Like, cool, okay. Chocolate, what's your real name? Oh, I'm from New York and everything. Like, we just start having a conversation. Then they just sitting there talking and whatever.
Yeah, I think I network better in strip clubs.
I network just by standing there and just chilling. My cousin and them, my friends and them, they just be like, oh, yeah, such and such. Like, I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm about to sit here on my phone right now, chill. And it's still just a wild fact, like, am I not doing enough to get his attention? And then they come over, but it's like, you know, some desperate people in the strip club. Some people like me are just there just to have fun and have something to do on a Friday night or a Saturday night.
And I definitely prefer strip clubs over regular clubs, because I go into a regular club, I'm like, I don't want niggas talking to me, but I'm going to stand at this bar all night and maybe somebody buy me a drink, but don't talk to me though. That's my mentality. Like, just don't try to get my number. I give you my social media, but
regular club you get the creepers. At the strip club you kind of gotta brace yourself before going up to any female, because it's like, okay, who's she here with? Like, it's not just, oh, these females just randomly walking to the strip. Like, who is she with? You have to do scouting. Just like the strippers do scouting. You can ask a stripper, like, look, can you go ask who she's with or whatever? Like, you have to do actual scouting. In a club, too many people just randomly going up to people. Don't get me wrong. Like, you want to shoot your shot, but, I mean, it's a method to the madness, and it's a way of, it's this thing called not being a creep that a lot of people just don't get.
Don't.
Like, I had a friend who just told me last night she went out to the bar, and I'm like, okay, so did you enjoy yourself? She like, I mean, kind of enjoyed myself, but, you know, there's always the factor of everybody trying to sit there and get your number. I said, well, you're gorgeous, though. I'm like, so who wouldn't want to get your number? It's way easier for you to get a dude's number than for a dude to get your number.
Yeah.
She like, yeah, that's true, but half the time it's not really the dudes that I want. I'm like, well, what are the kind of dudes that you want? They're like, it could be any kind of dude. Don't get me wrong, like, but just not a creep. I'm like, so any dude really has a shot. They're like, yo, literally, whenever you just there to enjoy yourself, drink, it could be any dude.
Mm-hmm.
But if you start coming off as a creep, it's over.
Right.
I'm like,
Like, don't creep me out on my first encounter.